Hello everyone, I'm Avadh. I'm dedicated functional consultant in D365. Welcome to my YouTube channel D365 with Avadh. And in this video we are going to discuss about the fixed asset and its uses in D365. So to start with a fixed asset, we will bifurcate this video series into 5 videos. First is understanding of fixed asset and depreciation and net book value. We'll understand the concept of these 3 4 things. Then we'll discuss the setup, then we'll acquire the asset, then we'll sell the setup in next video. Then one more video is about the fixed asset splits that I have already posted. So total 5 video is there. Then I will try to cover 1 2 more videos like consumption based depreciation, how it will work in system, and how will migrate the fixed asset. So generally I'm planning to upload 7 videos for this particular fixed asset module. So to start with fixed asset, so fixed asset is nothing but when we own something for our business to run our business, that is called as a fixed asset in layman language. Like if I'm in manufacturing industry, my plant and machinery is my fixed asset. If I'm in IT, my servers and laptops are my fixed asset. Similar way, in every industry there is a different fixed asset. So whenever we'll buy something, we have a two option. One is to capitalize and one is to expense out. So when certain criteria is fulfilled as per law, that so that a particular consider as an fixed asset, and that we will capitalize those things over the in the balance sheet over the period of the time. Will expense out those asset through depreciation. So depreciation is nothing but the allocation of the cost over the useful life, and depreciation is like whenever we'll use the fixed asset, there is a tear of the fixed asset, and due to the time stipulation will expense out those as an depreciation, as the cost of the asset will reduce as per the usage of the asset. So that is considered as an depreciation. In India we have a total two type of the books. First is books of corporate, I mean as per the law, which will maintain the book at that's called as an a book as per the law, and that use the number of useful life method, and that is called SLM, a straight line method. And the second one is the books we are maintaining for a tax purpose, that is called as an textbook and will follow that WDV method of depreciation. So what we'll do in this video, we'll just we'll take a high level of the understanding which are the option we have in a depreciation and how it will work, and what is the NAV. NAV is nothing but the asset cost minus accumulated depreciation. We'll understand this. NAV is a net asset value, or you can consider that called as an NBV, that is net book value. Both are same. So this terminology is important before we are going to understand the fixed asset, and we'll do the setup of the fixed asset. On the basis of this terminology and this knowledge, you will implement the fixed asset very easily. So I want you to cover some basic topics related to fixed asset in this video. So the person who don't have much knowledge about the fixed asset, those people also can understand the module of fixed asset, and also the person who already knows the fixed asset, they can I mean brush up their concept. So to start with, what I have done, I have taken one common example. Like my asset value is 10,000, that useful life is a 10 year, depreciation rate is 10%, residual value is 0. Depreciation start from year 1, and I will charge depreciation yearly right now. So what we'll do with this example, we'll understand all 8 depreciation method into the Excel. So how the straight line percentage or straight line method will work? So whenever we'll implement the straight line method, it how it will work, the asset divide by number of useful life. So here my asset is 10,000 and divide by number of useful life is 10. So 1000 depreciation will calculate on all 10 years irrespective of the value or nothing. It will consider, it will cost same value of 1000 for all 10 years. So that is a straight line method. Okay, then how straight line percentage will work, both are similar only. So I'm not going into the detail, but you can see here that 1 2 3 1000 1000 1000 is a depreciation. Accumulated depreciation will increase every year, and the net book value will decrease. So on suppose on 0 year, just let's understand 0 year, that I have purchased this asset as in 10,000, and now every year it is reduced from 1000, so my net book value will decrease. So that's how it will work for a straight line method. So in reducing balance method, it is important to understand the opening NAV here, net book value. So every time the depreciation will calculated on the based on opening NAV and percentage. So here we have a this 10% rate is common for all the methods. This example is common, but we are understanding how the depreciation will um, work on different methods. So if you will know here, if you will understand here that for year 1 in SLM it is deducting 1000, year 2 also 1000, all 10 year it will deduct 1000. Okay, but in WTV we have a different calculation. The depreciation will be calculated on the base of an opening NAV. So first time depreciation will calculate on the cost of 10,000. This cost also how will calculate this cost of asset. Cost of asset will include the cost of the asset, okay, which purchase price of the asset. Okay, apart from this it will also include the installation cost and direct freight also. So this purchase will include all such a kind of direct cost. All kind of direct cost will include by the by to calculate the cost of the asset. So suppose here my cost is 10,000 for this asset, my installation is 500 and my direct cost is 250. So my total cost of this fixed asset is a 10,750. Okay, so this is just understanding. Then right now in this example I have keep the residual value is 0. We'll take one more example where the residual value is 100 or 1000 somewhere after 10 years of the useful life, and how the depreciation will calculate on this. Will check that also. So here we are into the reducing balance value. So the first year the depreciation will be based on this cost. To make this example very simple, I have not considered the other cost. So here 10,000, if you will understood this 10,000, the first year depreciation is 10% is a 1000. But this how this NAV will calculate. This NAV will calculate is like opening NAV minus depreciation is nothing but the closing NAV. This is the 10% of my opening NAV always. So now how it will calculate, like my year 1 closing balance will consider as an opening balance of year 2. So now my current NAV is 9,000. So if I will calculate 10% depreciation on this 9,000, it is 900. So if you will understand here, in SLM every for all 10 year it have a common depreciation of 1,000, but here it will reduce as per the my opening NAV. So that's how the straight line method and WDV or reducing balance method is difference. Okay, this is the major difference of these two method of calculation of depreciation. The third one, in system we have this much of total 10 or 11 type of option in depreciation calculation. I have covered all the method here. We have a 200% reducing life. Also we have a 150 and 125. So those things are same only, but concept wise total 8 type of depreciation we are calculating. So I have covered all 8 type, and I just want to go through with the concept how all the 8 type is working, and which type of depreciation will helpful in your configuration. That is why the first lecture is very basic to understand the only the concepts. The third one is like manual depreciation, where system will not calculate depreciation. If you will select the manual depreciation, you don't need to propose the depreciation. You can manually enter the depreciation, and you can post the depreciation. What is a depreciation proposal we'll understand in later part of the video, but this is just the system will auto calculate this depreciation into the system. We'll understand that we don't need to calculate the depreciation based on our setup. It will auto calculate the depreciation. So in case of the manual depreciation, system will not calculate the depreciation, will manually enter the depreciation. We don't need to propose any depreciation. It will manually we need to enter the depreciation amount, and we'll post the journal. So that is about the depreciation, manual depreciation. Now factor method. So whenever we have a factor method, we'll select our depreciation rate. So depreciation rate is nothing but the base rate. So here we have a depreciation rate is a 10%. So once we'll define that, we have an option to select the factor in factor method. So suppose I have selected 2 factor. So system will consider effective rate as in 20%, and it will calculate 20% depreciation as per the WDV method, this method. Okay. So this is how it will work. Like once for first year I have depreciate 20%, so my net book value is 8,000. Now after this first year, second year system will calculate the depreciation on 8,000 and so on. It will work. So this is the factor method, very rarely used. Generally this two type of method is highestly used in India, and in US and some other country they are using remaining life of straight line method, that we'll discuss later. Then there is one more option of consumption based depreciation. So suppose I have purchased this asset of on 10,000, right? So I have assumed that on this 10,000 cost of asset, I am able to manufacture 1 lakh unit of my finished goods, right? Whatsoever finished good is it is, but my estimated production unit is 1 lakh. Okay. So now what I will do, I will define the rate of the depreciation, like what is my cost of the fixed asset divided by the estimated consumption unit. It is a 1 lakh. So my cost of asset is 10,000 divide by the cost of the total estimated units, it's 1 lakh. So my depreciation is 0.10, which is nothing but the 10%. So suppose just understand this 1 lakh unit I will produce over the 10 years of the useful life. So first year I have produced 20,000, so my depreciation is a 10% of this 20,000, so it is a 2,000. Similar way for second year it is a 30,000. So what is happening, like for a first 4 5 years the asset capacity and everything is very good, so will produce a more will consume more units. So so based on unit consumption, if you will charge the depreciation, it will give you accurate accurate depreciation amount and accurate use life of the asset, because last few years the capacity of the asset will reduced. So this is the only purpose. So maximum we can produce the 1 lakh units. So this total must be a 1 lakh after the completion of the 10 years. Okay, if this machine will work on 100% capacity. So if it will work on more than 100% capacity, it will change. That is also there. But on the basis of the same, the depreciation will be calculated here. Then we have an option of straight line remaining useful life. So suppose here how this will be a work, straight line remaining life. So suppose after 3 years my NAV is 7290. Okay, just to understand. So after 3 years, whatsoever my WDV is 7290, and my remaining useful life is at 7 years. So this asset useful life is 10 years. Till after 3 years, my value of the fixed asset is a 7290. Okay, so my remaining use, how much my remaining useful life? So remaining useful life is 7 years here. Okay, and my and my value of the asset is 7290. Here, this much I have depreciated till now. Okay. So out of 10,000 is my asset value, just imagine, and 2710 I have depreciated till now. So my right now my value at the end of 3 years, my value of asset is 7290. So for remaining useful life, I mean for next 7 year, it will calculate the depreciation on the basis of the same. So my depreciation value for next 7 year is 1041.42. Similar way it will reduced. Okay, so that's how it will work. Straight line remaining straight line life remaining value. Then we have a different option of 200% reduced life, or 300%, 150% that we can use. So suppose in my case 200% reducing life is nothing but if my rate of fixed asset is a 10%, it will double my rate. Like if 10% is my fixed asset, then what is a 200% of this 10%? So that is nothing but the 20%. Okay, so similar way, suppose let's assume we have 10% of life, but here it is changing to 125%. So it will be a 12.5%. Suppose it is here 150%. Okay, so it is a 15%. Suppose it is a 250%, then it is a 25%. That's how it will work. So in our example, to make it very simple, I have taken 200% reducing life. So if my fixed asset rate is a 10%, it will calculate on the basis of the 20%. So for my first year, my depreciation is 2000. That is nothing but the 20% of 10,000. After that, my closing NAV is 8,000. For year 2, it will become my opening NAV, and it will again calculate 20% depreciation on 8,000. That is called as reducing life method. I mean reducing NAV method, WDV method. That's how it will work. So these all type of depreciation we can configure and we can use in D365. So in this video we'll understand the what is a fixed asset for industry, what are the depreciation methods, will calculate the depreciation, and what is the NAV? NAV is nothing but the asset cost minus accumulated depreciation. So we have covered these three concepts of fixed asset. Now we'll move to the towards the setup of the fixed asset in our next video. Thank you all for watching my first part. Please continue on part 2 of the fixed asset series.